Hi everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you a very special recipe from the land of Kashmir, which is an al yakni, a very comforting dish that is where the bottle gourd or the lokki, also known as the dudi, is cooked in a mildly spiced yogurt gravy. It is so satisfying that the yogurt gravy makes it so delicious. It combines along with those simple set of spices and soft cooked lokki to make a delicious gravy. Goes so well along with some hot steamed rice or some fulkas, along with some aloo methi, aloo palak ki sabzi or a karela ki sabzi, and you put them all together to make a delicious meal. Very comforting, and you won't believe how simple this dish is to make, that with a simple set of ingredients in your home, you can make this dish in a jiffy. So what are we waiting for? Let's just dive right in. But before I get started, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because you'll get to see week on week recipes that I love making at home and share them with you with all the tips and tricks to make a perfect dish. So let's just dive right in and start cooking. So to begin making the lokki yakni, the first thing I'm going to do is to peel and slice up the lokki. So the important thing is to ensure that you have a nice tender and slim lokki so you can cut them into rounds. You can either slice them into rounds or you can cut them into dices and then you can add it in the yakni. But slicing gives a nice texture to the lokki yakni. The next step is to add some mustard oil into a pan, and I'm going to shallow fry the lokki until it becomes lightly cooked and tender as well. Allow the mustard oil to heat up, and we'll place the lokki pieces in a pan, in a flat pan, so that's easy to shallow fry, and we'll fry it in small batches. We're going to sprinkle some salt so it becomes nice and tender while you're cooking the lokkis and gets the flavors as well. So notice how beautifully the lokki has been cooked. It's lightly caramelized, lightly browned on both the sides. Ensure that when you press it down, it feels soft and it's delicate and cooked already. So that's how you want it to be. If it's a little firm, then allow it to cook for a little bit longer. But we're going to be simmering it in the dahi sabzi, so it'll get double cooked at that time as well. So once it's soft and tender, go ahead and remove it from the pan, and we'll cook the next batch, and after that I'll show you how to put the lokki yakni together, which is the yogurt gravy, okay? So now the next few steps for making the lokki yakni are extremely crucial. I've turned off the heat. You want the pan on very, very low heat. My first step is to ensure that I whisk the dahi or the yogurt nicely so it becomes beautiful and nice and smooth. Use a whisk or a jerni, or the wooden whisk that you have at home for making chash. So ensure that you mix the dahi until it becomes nice and smooth. You don't want any lumps. You don't want it to have a chunky texture. It should be nice and smooth. That's perfect. That looks great. Now I'm going to keep this to the side. And what I have with me is some mustard oil here already on the pan. I'm going to go ahead and add in my little bit of cumin seeds. The pan is warm on low heat, and I have a few ingredients here, which is the whole spices. I'm going to add in the saunf along with the cumin seeds and allow it to crackle. Give it a roast for a few seconds. And then I'm going to add in the cinnamon, the badi elaichi, the small green cardamom, and the cloves, bay leaves. I'm going to tear them up, and some grated ginger. You can also add ginger powder if you like. Just going to mix this up really well in the same mustard oil on very low heat. And I have some black peppercorns that I've coarsely pounded over here. Just going to go ahead and add that in there. A little bit of Kashmiri red chili powder, some jeera powder, a pinch of turmeric, not too much, and some coriander powder. Give that a mix. I'm going to add just a little bit of water to cool down the pan. About half a cup of water is what I added, and I'm going to mix it up really well. I'm going to add some salt to this and just mix it up. And while the heat isn't low, keep adding the dahi to this mixture. Whisk it up again well before adding it. And while it is in the pan, continue to whisk and simmer on the lowest heat possible to make a nice delicious gravy. Okay, simmer for about a minute before we add the roasted cooked yakni into this gravy. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in the cooked Loki, and then we'll simmer for a good 15 minutes until the gravy comes through lightly thickish. Most of the, like, you want the little bit of moisture to evaporate and the yogurt gravy to thicken up, and the Loki to get all the flavors from all the spices and the dahi as well. So very low heat for about 10 to 12 minutes is what I'd recommend. And at this stage, give it a taste to see if all the spices are okay and the salt is okay as well. Brilliant, just perfect. Now keep whisking it so that the dahi doesn't curdle, and that's extremely important for this yakni gravy. So I've been simmering this gravy for a good 5 minutes now, and then increase the heat after about 5 minutes, and notice that the curd or the dahi has not curdled yet because I've been constantly stirring it while it was simmering, and then when it got to a boil, ensured that I was whisking it beautifully. Yet again, did not curdle. This is the trick to ensuring that your dahi does not curdle in a yakni gravy. Okay, in about another 5 minutes, this dish will be done. Just waiting for the curd to thicken a little bit. We'll allow it to boil for a little bit more, moisture to evaporate a little bit more, and then the yakni, al yakni would be ready. So I really hope you enjoyed watching this recipe of how to make Loki in a yogurt gravy, or the al yakni, a classic Kashmiri dish. Might have some variations from the actual way the Kashmiris make it, but nevertheless, this dish tastes really good. So do give this recipe a try, and when you do, don't forget to share your feedback in the comments below because I'd love to hear back from you. And when you do, don't forget to share this with your friends and family as well so they can try it too. And once again, if you're new to my channel, hit on the bell icon to subscribe to my channel so you can get recipes like this week on week from my kitchen so you can make it easily in yours. So until then, until next time, happy cooking and healthy eating.